Hello everyone. Today's topic is fan delta models. Now to understand what is fan delta, you can split this term fan delta into two parts, that is fan and delta. All of you know what is an alluvial fan or a fan. It is nothing but a fan shaped or wedge shaped sedimentary deposit which is found at the base of mountains. And you know what is a delta. Delta is a triangular sedimentary body which is formed where a river meets the ocean. So these are two different geographical locations where you find a fan and a delta. But when you combine this term fan delta, it is nothing but a fan shaped sedimentary body which is deposited at the base of the mountain directly into a standing body of water, which could be a lake or an ocean. You can read through the definition here. It is an alluvial fan complex that progrades into large lacustrine or oceanic basin. So it is just like an alluvial fan, but it is deposited in the water body. So you need to have a lake or an ocean directly or in vicinity to a mountain or a fault scarp. Now see, very little information is available on these fan deltas. Literature which is available on this fan deltas is meager, but nowadays these are producing oil and gas, and therefore the geologists are showing interest and more research is going on into fan delta models and fan delta systems. So these are mostly associated with rift basins or passive margins, and fan deltas are common Holocene deposits. These are recent in age, most of the fan deltas which are found, and these are found along the divergent plate margins, convergent plate margins, strike slip margins, or all kinds of tectonic boundaries that exist. Now this is the schematic representation of terrigenous clastic depositional systems that we are studying, and here you can see all the depositional systems that were listed initially before we started off with this subject of depositional systems. Now here you can see this is the alluvial fan. Another similar feature which we see under the surface of sea is submarine fan, which can be seen here. Similar geometrical feature is here, which is called as delta. You know what is delta, and here you can see fan delta system at the right hand side corner, where the sediments from high ground are directly deposited into the basin. So that is the difference between an alluvial fan and fan delta, or a delta and fan delta. So these alluvial fans, or fan deltas, these are also called as tectonic deltas or clastic wedges because of their shape, wedge shaped shape. And here is the actual example of fan delta, you can see here. And similar to a delta, some part of this delta is subaerial, exposed on the surface, and remaining is subaqueous. Now there are different settings in which these fan deltas are found. This is one which is associated with the rift basin. So this is the higher ground. Along the fault scarp, the sediments are deposited in fan shape into a graben, which is obviously filled with water. So this could be a open sea also. Another tectonic setting of fan delta is here, where you have a fault scarp adjacent to a basin, or these are associated with continental shelves also. So this is called as shelf fan delta. So these are the different settings of fan deltas. Now in this diagram you can see the comparison between a river delta and fan delta system. So in case of river delta, the sediments are transported over a long distance through a river, and finally the sediments are deposited in the form of delta. So the sediments are very well sorted, texturally mature, and that is the reason you can see here the top part of the delta is thin here. You can see the presence of mouth bar, delta distributary channels. As against this, if you see the fan delta model on the top, it is closely associated with the high ground or mountain, and the sediments are deposited directly here. So therefore the transportation of sediments is very little in this case. Therefore the sediments are obviously texturally immature. They haven't undergone long transportation, and that could be the reason the sediments which are deposited in the fan delta are coarse grained, poorly sorted, texturally immature, and there is rapid transportation or seasonal transportation and deposition of sediments. So in fan delta you will find that the sediments are transported and deposited during flash floods during rainy season. So the sediment transportation is not continuous as in case of river deltas here. So these fan deltas could also be associated with waves and tides apart from fluvial processes. So fan deltas could be wave dominated or tide dominated also, and that is the reason in the vicinity of these deltas you will find tidal flats or strand plains if they are associated with if the tidal range is high in that region, or you might get to see barrier bars or other features associated with wave dominated deltas. So fan deltas could be river dominated or wave dominated or tide dominated. What are the important characteristics of these fan deltas? So in these deltas the drainage area is small with flashy runoff, as I told you previously just now. So the drainage area is small, it is limited because it is present at the base of a single mountain or mountain series. So the tributaries are little or their number is less as compared to a normal delta, and the sediments are transported during seasonal flash floods. So there is no continuous supply of sediments. That is the reason on these fan delta surfaces you will find braided streams on high gradient, and obviously these braided streams, these channels score through the top surface of the fan up to the distal part of the delta, and the sediments are coarse grained because the transportation of sediments is not for a long distance. Here you can see the braided streams which find a channel through the fan delta surface or fan plane up to the distal end. So these streams are braided, and associated with these streams you will find barrier bars, tidal flats, and other environments which are part of strike fade system. So these braided streams run up to the toe of the fan delta. Distributaries are short and braided. Normal fault may be present along the mountain front. So near the fault, if the fan delta is associated with fault, close to the fault you will find that, or close to the source, you will find that the fan deposits are thicker, as it is shown here in this diagram. So if it is associated with the fault scarp, the sediments which are deposited near the fault are thick, and the thickness of sediments goes on decreasing away from the mouth of this fan delta. So again, carefully if you see this, this is the cross section of a fan delta, where you can see different parts of this delta. This is proximal fan, medial fan, then you can see distal fan, pro delta, and then starts the continental shelf. So this proximal fan and medial fan, they are together called as fan plane, like delta plane, and this portion is, this fan plane is subaerial, it is exposed, whereas the portion which is beyond distal fan, it remains subaqueous under the sea surface. So there are different progradation patterns which are seen in the deltas. You can see these patterns: sigmoidal, oblique, complex, sigmoidal, oblique, and Hammocki cross stratification can also be seen. So this oblique kind of foreset laminae in the delta front sand can be seen in the Gilbert type of delta that we have seen previously. And this complex sigmoidal oblique is usually found in fan deltas. You can see thick deposits here and thinning away from the mouth. Same thing again here, you can see the fan plane here, and this is the distal part which remains subaqueous. So what about the composition of sediments in a fan delta? So these are prograding delta lobes similar to a normal delta, where you can see upward coarsening of grain size, and these consist of sandstone and conglomerates or coarse material. Large amount of gravel or coarse sand is present because the transportation of sediments is very less in this case, and therefore these are texturally immature because of short transportation and deposition. Mineralogically these are immature, or texturally the sediments are immature, consisting of feldspathic sand. So feldspar, you know, it undergoes erosion or weathering very quickly, but since in case of fan deltas the transportation is very limited, the feldspar is still preserved. Gravel, chert, limestones are still preserved. So poorly resistant rock fragments are preserved in the deposits of fan delta model, and therefore they are mineralogically immature. So what are the phases associated with fan deltas? So when fan delta is a tide dominated fan delta, you will see uh, presence of tidal flats or tidal inlets or strand plains close to the fan delta. If a fan delta is wave dominated fan delta, you will find barrier bars, lagoons, and other features associated with the wave action. So these fan deltas show various facies in their vicinity, including the braided facies, distal fan sands, pro-delta silt and clay, barrier bars, strand plains, tidal flats, and evaporates also in few cases based on the environmental conditions existing at that point. Now this is again the diagrammatic representation of a fan delta. Same thing again. So these are recently found to be containing oil and gas. So recent studies have shown that there are petroleum reservoirs which can be extracted economically, and the importance of fan delta deposits of Holocene age has just been realized in recent time. So productive reservoirs in fan delta deposits have variable porosity and permeability because of the nature of sediments which are deposited. Most of the sediments belong to debris flow in the vicinity of the mountain or fault. Away from this source, you will find finer and finer material which could act as a reservoir. So proximal part of the fan, which is close to the source, is not good for oil and gas because the coarse material won't be able to sustain the organic material, or the conversion of organic material into oil and gas is very difficult in the ancient deposits. But the distal part of the delta is found to be containing reserves of petroleum. So this is about the fan delta. In the next video we'll see the different types of high constructive and high destructive deltas, that is river dominated delta, elongate delta, lobate delta, or tide dominated and wave dominated deltas in detail.